Hello everyone, I am Sintering and I am here to speak on the topic SLS. SLS means Selective Laser Sintering. It is an additive manufacturing technique used to create a solid object from powdered materials. It belongs to power bed fusion family of 3D printing process and it is suitable for most complex objects. Based on its principle, SLS works on the principle of using a high-powered laser to selectively fuse powdered material layer by layer to form a solid object. Then we'll see the process by step. First, 3D CAD model preparation. The process starts with designing a 3D model using CAD software. The design is exported as an STL file which approximates the geometry of the part using triangles. Then this file is then sliced into horizontal layers using slicing software which generates instructions for the laser to flow. Then powder loading. The build chamber is filled with chosen powder material, for example nylon, polyamide or metal powders. And then loading. The build chamber is filled with the chosen powder material, for example nylon, polyamide or metal powders, any metal powders. The powder is typically stored in a separate container and fed into the build area using a hopper system. And then power spreading. A roller spreads a thin, even layer of powder, typically 0.05 to 0.1 mm thickness. And the powder bed is preheated just below the melting point to reduce the energy needed from the laser. Laser sintering. High power laser, commonly carbon dioxide or fiber laser, scans across the surface of the power bed. The laser selectively fuses powder particles together by raising the temperature enough to sinter them but not melt them completely. Only the regions corresponding to the cross section of the current layer are sintered. Then comes platform lowering. After one layer is completed, the build platform lowers by one layer thickness. This provides space for the next layer of powder to be applied on top of the previous sintered layer. And then there comes a new powder layer application. A new layer of powder is deposited over the build area using the recoater. The surface is leveled to ensure uniform thickness before the laser sintering step begins again. And then comes repetition of sintering process. Like from this we can product is built up by layer until the entire part is formed inside the powder bed. And then comes cooling. Cooling is essential, and after the build is complete, the entire build chamber is also allowed to cool gradually. Rapid cooling may cause wrapping or internal stresses, especially in large or complex parts. And then comes the part removal. Once cooled, the build is removed from the machine. The finished parts are extracted from the surrounding loose powder, which acts as a natural support during printing. The unused powder can be recycled and reused for future builds. Post-processing. Loose powder is cleaned off using brushes, compressed air or a media blaster. Optional finishing process may include surface smoothing or polishing, coloring or dyeing, thermal treatment or infiltration, machining for title tolerances. And some of the applications we use in selective laser sintering are prototyping, automotive industry, aerospace industry and medical field, etc. Thank you.